What's up, YouTube guys, and I'm back again with another video. And as you guys can tell, I'm really not in the mood to be energetic or be, how I usually am when I open up my video. But today, it's allergy season. My allergies are actually really bad. So, I had a lot of mucus built up and stuff like that. And I was trying to take some medicine, of course, to break it up and everything. And I should have never took that medicine because it made everything worse. It caused my stomach to feel some types of ways, and my stomach was fine, but before I even explain all of that, I just really wanted to come on here and let y'all know a little something that happened back in March. It took me a little while to come on here and actually express what happened, because it ain't nothing to play with. I don't play with stuff like this, and I just wanted to deal with it in private and have nobody know. But I realized that I'm not the only girl out here, woman, that goes through this. So excuse the tissue in my eyes. If you guys see tissue in my eyes, I was crying. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna get right into this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please also hit that post notification bell so you guys will be notified the next time I do post. And you guys, let's get right into the video. Around my birthday, like February 16th, and then to like the ending of like March, I was really like absent. Even up until now, I've really been absent on YouTube because I have a lot that's going on with me, my body, and stuff like that. And it's been a lot lately on my mind and my brain. And sometimes, I know certain people, certain YouTubers get on the camera and just explain everything that's going on, explain their feeling about everything. But I'm a type of person that will keep things private. That's supposed to be private. I'm sorry. That will always be me. Yes, I will let y'all know a couple of things or whatever, but certain things are just meant to be private. Start off there. But yeah, like I said, I was really absent on YouTube, and I remember like a week after or 2 weeks after my birthday, I posted a video. If y'all don't remember, with my purple wig, if you haven't watched it, go watch it now. I said that I had a stomach bug and everything, which I did, which was one of the worst experiences I ever had in my life. Yeah, I can't even put into words what that experience was, but it was just a lot, especially on my birthday. I was dealing with that and everything, so it's crazy. But March 11th, I was still having I'm gonna just say just like this, the whole month of February, I didn't get my period. And like I said, when I first started my channel, or like in the beginning when I first started posting a couple of videos on my channel, because I deleted some of my videos from the very, very beginning because of, copyright reasons, stuff like that. But, yeah, I didn't get my period the whole month of February. But anybody that has watched my video I made last year, like a couple of months before May, I made a video saying, I thought I was pregnant, and I went to an OBGYN, and he told me I had PCOS. If you don't know what that means, polycystic ovary syndrome. So anytime that I think I miss my period, or if I do miss my period, it's just because of that. Not saying I can't have kids, but yeah. But leading up to a whole year later, I haven't really been worried about, like I just said, me missing my period because of the whole situation that was told to me. But March, I started You know how you're, as a female, when you're pregnant, when your nipples are sore and your back aches, and I was sleeping heavy, like heavy. When I say heavy, I barely stood my eyes open. Like, I was always sleeping, and that's a fact. I was always sleeping. But I just kept having these symptoms, and I didn't say I was pregnant, because anytime that I say I was pregnant, I wasn't pregnant, and it was because of something else why I didn't get my period. But this time around, I'm gonna get to there. I ain't going, speed up or move too slow. So let's go into the next segment. So I'm sitting here in the same spot on my bed, and like out of the blue at like 8 o'clock on like March 9th or 10th or the 8th, I could be wrong, could be the 8th, I was like bleeding, and it started coming down heavy. Because at first I was just spotting, and I was just like, when I have my menstrual, I don't spot. I just get my menstrual. Or if I do spot, it's coming right behind it. You know what I'm saying? But I was spotting for like 2 days straight. And I was sitting here like, oh, I'm not pregnant, because I went through this before. Literally like 3-4 times to make sure I wasn't pregnant, and I wasn't. So, like I said, I was bleeding, and I was having like these real bad cramps. And I was just like, why are my cramps so bad? Because I know my cramps can sometimes be bad, but it wasn't on the level of how bad this was. So I'm like, excuse me, what is wrong with me? Like, what is going on? My boyfriend was sitting on a chair over here, and I was like, babe, like, I'm in so much pain right now, and I'm losing so much blood. So I just happened to go in the bathroom, and I just see like clumps just coming out. And while I was sitting there in the bathroom, I was just like, yeah, this is a miscarriage. Something just clicked in my head and was just like, yeah, this is a miscarriage. Because, like I said, as a female, you know your menstrual cycle, you know how it is. So anything seems irregular, you're going to think it's something else. But, yeah, I was just in the bathroom, kept coming out. And my mother was standing outside the door waiting for me to see if I was okay or not. And I just came back in here, and we called 911. The ambulance people came. They took my blood pressure. They did everything, and they asked me if I wanted to go to the hospital right then and there, but I was just like, no, because at the time the pain really went down. Okay, so fast forward to the next day, or a couple of days later, because after that day the pain stopped. And then it came back like 2-3 days later. And like 2-3 days later, went there, got up. I was in so much pain. I was like, I can't keep sitting here not doing nothing, and I'm having abnormal pains. Like, this is not going to be what it's supposed to be. So I didn't call my boyfriend because he was at work, but I waited for him to get off at work, and then he saw how I was looking. I was crying and everything because I was in so much pain. So he looked at me and he was like, all right, we're just gonna go to this. We went to urgent care because we wanted to see what was going on first before we went to the hospital. Get to urgent care, tell him how I'm feeling, what pain I am getting and stuff like that. And you know how you in a doctor, you gotta give a pee sample. When I tell y'all, every pee sample that I've had to give had so much blood in it, it was crazy. But the doctor came back in the room and he was like, yeah, you're pregnant, and if you can, you need to go to a hospital, or you need to go to an OBGYN like right after this, like right now. And once he told me that, I was like, yeah, this must be serious. And I'm definitely having a miscarriage with all this blood. So right after that, I came out of, because, during COVID, you can't have nobody in the room with you. Right after that, I came out hysterically crying. And luckily, my boyfriend was with me every step of the way. My mother would have been too, and my sister, but, my mom had to work and stuff like that. So I was just filling her in on what was going on. Not saying my mom would have never left her job or anything, because she definitely would have. But I was just thinking, my boyfriend's already out of work, you know. But we get in a lift. We jump right in the lift, go to the nearest hospital. And I'm telling y'all, I was in that hospital all freaking day. I had so many things being put inside me, these tools. I was just so irritated. And, I kept hearing once I got to the hospital that, it could be a miscarriage or it could be a beginning of pregnancy. So it could be two things, but they were really leaning towards a miscarriage. So like I said, because of COVID, you can't let nobody inside with you. So I was just there alone. And just imagine dealing with something like that alone. And like I said, I was in that hospital for so long. They took tests and everything. And then I had to get transferred to another hospital to make sure everything was okay. Even with that, I was just irritated because, like I said, I didn't want to go see nobody else. I already had to do so many different, from ultrasound to if I'm just laying on the table and they're just, I had to do and go through so much that day that all I kept doing all day was just crying. And I was just like, yo, like, why is this happening right now? Like, but after that, like I said, I had to sit there because I was getting transferred to another place because they had to make sure everything was okay. My vitals was okay. Everything was okay. So I said, okay, cool. I'm in the ambulance at this point, and I'm being transferred to another hospital. The hospital wasn't far away, right there, probably like a 10-15 minute drive. And I got there, didn't sit there for long, because 9 times out of 10, if y'all go through the emergency room, you're gonna be sitting there all day, especially if it ain't something serious. You're gonna be sitting there all day. But they got me right in. The lady told me, she was like, yeah, you're definitely having a miscarriage. And instantly, I just blamed everything on myself. Like, when I tell y'all that night, I was just so over it and drained, and I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. Like, the one thing that I want to say is, anybody that went through a miscarriage, you're not alone. And I might just cry, so I'm just going to keep my eyes up, because talking about this is really, like, sensitive to me. So I don't really talk about it, but you're not alone. I'm sorry that happened to you. But the one thing that had me and kept me at peace, once, there's a couple of things that kept me at peace after, but the one thing that really, kept me, excuse me, at peace was, I was watching somebody that had a miscarriage just like me, and she was saying, the child did his job in the womb. And I just cried so much. And it's true. Everything happens for a reason. If my baby was meant to be here, I would still be with a whole stomach, and y'all would be getting month 1 through 9 right now. But that is not what God had planned for me, before I have kids, I really want to be married or at least engaged, to get married. I never just wanted to be somebody's baby mother or girlfriend slash baby mother. Like, I never wanted that for myself. So, and I want to be financially stable and, have my child and just my family, period, comfortable. We have stability. We're fine, and I want to let anybody out there know that it's okay. Everything happens for a reason. And just, I don't know. But you guys, I love you guys. I really, 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 really do. It took me a long time to really, because even now, I didn't even want to post this, like, for real. Because, like I said, I don't like people knowing my business. But I was just like, it don't hurt. Because I'm not the first or the last, and I really don't care what's being said about me, or I never did, and I never will. So, you guys, I'm praying for you if you're going through something like that. And just know you're not alone. God got you in his hands. And everything will happen in time. When you're patient and when you're working towards things you need to be working towards and getting done before that happens. But you guys, I love you. Like I said, I don't feel well today, so I'm gonna, get off this and just relax and eat my soup. But you guys, I love you. I love you guys so much. And like I said, please hit that post notification bell so you guys will be notified the next time I do post. And peace.